Hello, my name is Dwight Sora. I am a senior member of Chicago Aikikai Aikido Dojo in Chicago, Illinois, and I handle the dojo's website and social media presence. Earlier in 2025, I was contacted by Peter Steinberg. Peter was a long-term member of Chicago Aikikai and Illinois Aikido Club, as the dojo was previously known. He had trained with the dojo from the 1970s all the way up until the 1990s. And anyway, Peter, it turns out, had a number of materials that belonged to the dojo that the materials had ended up in his home during one of the dojo's many moves from one place to another and were forgotten. And Peter contacted me because he felt that they should be returned to the dojo. And these materials included photographs, brochures, old student handbooks, and really fascinatingly, an old vintage 16mm projector and sound system, and also several reels of 16mm film. It was Peter's recollection that a long time ago, after class, sometimes they would pull out the projector, pull out a screen, and they would watch these films. And the films were footage of Aikido instructors in Japan doing demonstrations. And then I got in touch with Gary Walton of Lake County Aikikai because Gary knew of a free facility at the Northbrook Public Library for digitizing film. And we discovered that, unfortunately, the equipment they had up there couldn't handle very large reels. So some of these reels are quite large, and they also didn't have the capabilities for recording the sound. So we weren't able to do that. So we just did two of the smaller reels as tests. And the first one was really, really fascinating because it's black and white footage of Koichi Tohei Sensei, the late Koichi Tohei Sensei, who at one time was the head of the World Aikido Headquarters Dojo underneath the founder of Aikido. He later branched off and formed his own organization, the Key Society. Then the other reel, it turned out, was not from Japan. The other reel was some homemade footage by some film crew filmmaker who maybe was a member of the dojo, and it's footage of class at the Illinois Aikido Club when it was located on Clark Street back in the 1960s, which was its first proper location. And in the footage, the class is being led by Isao Takahashi Sensei, who was maybe roughly the third or fourth instructor who came on board to serve as chief instructor for the dojo. And you see a number of faces of people who were founding members, people that I only knew in their advanced years. So it's just fascinating to watch. Now, we would really love to save all of these, all of this film material for posterity. You know, we would like to be able to share it with other people, although we do need to address the rights issues regarding the film from Japan. You know, we don't know what the status of that is. Unfortunately, we have very, very little budget. You know, right now we are preparing for our next relocation. Our dojo has to move out by June 2026. And so all of our resources, our manpower, our fundraising is being committed to that endeavor, as it should be. But we would like to take care of this as possible. So this is a bit of a call out to our fellow Aikidoka, fellow practitioners of Aikido within our family of dojos, the Aikido Schools of Ueshiba, but also our friends in other organizations like the Aikido Shinbokukai and other groups in the Federation. See if there's anyone who might be interested in perhaps helping us preserve this material. And of course, we would provide you with a copy of it because we don't know. There's probably very nice footage from Hombu Dojo from back in the day in there. But we don't have film preservation skills. And the film, incidentally, some of the reels are broken and they've been taped together. So we would need someone who knows how to handle that stuff very delicately. Some of the frames of the metal reels are bent, so there is a risk of the film getting caught or torn. We don't want that to happen. So we are looking for people who might be able to help out with that. But again, we don't have a lot of resources. So if anyone out there is interested, if they have a lead on friends or family who, on a budget could help us to create digital copies, preserve the old film. And if there's anyone interested in the old projector, either like restoring it or taking it on or showing us how to clean up and restore it, that would be great as well. So in the meantime, this video is the start of a playlist. So I have uploaded the 2 films that Gary and I were able to get digitized. Unfortunately, there's no sound. Gary added some music to one of them, and you can review that, for history's sake. And then maybe if you're interested, send us an email if you're willing to help out. So here it goes, vintage films from the Illinois Aikido Club.